Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I'd be able to send videos like this to your inbox as soon as tomorrow morning. If you like this watch, you can buy it on thewatchbox.com. Buy, trade, and sell luxury watches 24 hours a day and globally on thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing the discontinued Patek Philippe 5140P-017. Of course, the model now obsolete in the sense that it is no longer offered, and yet ageless in the sense that its dimensions and proportions are forever. This is a future Patek Philippe classic. Since the phase out of the model started in 2016, this has been a well-regarded and often sought alternative to the 39mm successor, the 5327. So the watch on my wrist combines the classical 2006 to 2016 5140 case with a stunning anthracite-style sunburst dial that I absolutely adore, a handsome combination of grayscale tones. The 37mm case, and it is 37.3 properly speaking, wears wonderfully on a small wrist like mine. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and the watch, though an automatic perpetual calendar, measures only 8.9 millimeters thick. It will be suitable for wrists as small as 13 centimeters in circumference because it's lug-to-lug span, and you can really see its compact dimensions. Only 45.7 millimeters, with the spacing of the lugs being 19 millimeters. For those of you who wish to accessorize, you'll have a bevy of Patek Philippe factory and aftermarket options. The strap is a semi-gloss, large rectangular scale, black alligator leather with a monotone stitch and a folded edge, and of course you can see it is a new Patek Philippe factory strap. On the underside, calfskin, and you'll see the little pull-tab spring bars that Patek uses. This is what I like to see. No proprietary lug system with a quick release that only allows you to use a factory strap. You can just cut any aftermarket strap or order a Patek factory strap, and you can fit these pull-tab spring bars and use nothing but your fingernail to shear off the strap, clean closely between the lugs, or simply replace the shoes outright. Wonderful solution that every brand should use if they're not going to use screws to fix the strap. Now you can see the clasp. Likewise, platinum. Patek Philippe gives you a platinum folding clasp with a platinum case. Every brand should do this, and sadly, every brand does not. Gorgeous filigree style Patek Philippe Calatrava cross. You will note that whereas a conventional Patek Philippe platinum timepiece will feature a top Vesselton diamond at 6 o'clock, this one features a pusher adjuster for the calendar, and so the diamond is set between the lugs at 12 o'clock rather than 6. The case lines are simple but sensuous, absolutely gorgeous, all compound curves with hardly a straight line. The only real straight lines being the junction of the bezel with the midcase and the case back with the midcase. You can see from the side a wonderfully domed bezel and then a step between bezel and midcase and gorgeous fluid integrated lugs. Absolutely beautiful. The dial is, and we can get really close here, so beautifully executed that I feel as though there is no way to improve, especially since the proportioning of the caliber 240 and the dial seem perfectly matched. A sunburst anthracite gray, it's not precisely silver and it's not black, it's somewhere in between. And you can see as I move the watch, there's a sort of dynamism about how the light plays across its surfacing that is subtle inside but absolutely explosive outdoors. Midnight blue night sky in the moon phase, a crescent style moon phase. You can see each register pulls double duty, and it has a little bit of a countersink as well as a dished profile. These two 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock registers have a little bit of a dished or bowl shape, with the track, for example, the months and the days being a little bit higher and inwardly bowed compared to the center. At 6 o'clock, you have the moon phase and you have the radial date. At 3 o'clock, you have the leap year indicator and you have the month. And then at 9 o'clock, you have the 24-hour dial that lets you know when you're in the no-go zone for setting the calendar. And then you have the day. Also important, the cruciform symmetry of this one, incredibly handsome. The Patek Philippe Marquis, simple, Stolid, almost Teutonic. It's easy to forget that this is a French-Swiss, not German-Swiss watch, especially with the grayscale tones that would look right at home on a glasuta or a langa. Dimple-style minute track outboard, diamond-polished white gold indices, and you can see they're both faceted and polished, hand-applied, faceted Dauphine hands at center, white gold to match, and you'll note that there are foy or leaf style hands, white lacquered, used for the sub-registers, double index at 12 o'clock. Turn the watch over, you can see there's a handsome countersink about the crown, so it's somewhat shouldered without creating crown guards that might bulk up the case profile. The movement, and I gave up the game earlier, is the caliber 240 QP. So this being a micro rotor automatic with Patek's Perpetual calendar module on top. Let's see how close we can get and stay in focus, because this one deserves both a bit more light and closer scrutiny. Now the movement features a micro rotor in 22 karat gold to maximize the mass, ceramic rotor bearings for high efficiency and reduced maintenance intervals, and the advantage of a micro rotor is that the rotor is in the same plane as all the bridges, so you don't have a winding bridge and then a rotor on top to thicken the watch like a caliber 324 Patek would. The 240 is slimmer. Moreover, it gives you the display fields of vision that you would get with a manual wind with the convenience of an automatic. Nothing is obscured. You'll also note that the balance is beating away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It does feature a silicone Patek Philippe Spiromax hairspring for anti-magnetism and a Patek Philippe Gyromax style balance for shock resistance, as well as the ability to take and hold a precise regulation. Gyromax, a long-time Patek tradition dating back to the early 1950s. The timepiece features a wonderful array of finishes. Of course, Patek Philippe seal, as every 240 since mid-2009 has been. Make no mistake, this is still Geneva hallmark level finish. You'll see the mirrored anglage across all the bridges, as well as within each jewel countersink. That is laid down by hand. It is optically smooth. It is rounded, not a straight, sharp machined bevel. There's a micro perlage across the base plate, as you can see. You'll also note perfectly aligned, abrasive wheel-laid Côte de Genève, not stamped, and black polished screw heads. As you can see, they go from highly reflective in silver to black as you move them with respect to the light. That's poly noir, the highest standard of optical finish. You want more? You got it. Each screw slot is chamfered, and if you were to thread the screw out and look underneath the stalk, the pilot or the bottom of the screw is mirror polished. That's Geneva Seal standard, and it is still the standard to which Patek Philippe holds itself. You'll also find that the spokes of the wheels, if you loop the watch closely, have been chamfered. 27 jewels. This one is adjusted in 6 positions, a chronometer busting 6 positions. Typically, chronometers are adjusted in 5 positions. 30 meters water resistant with a traditional snap case back. This one's no aquatic watch, but the ultimate integrity. Patek Philippe gives you the sapphire display back, but if, like me, you realize sapphire display backs exist on watches costing a few $100s, you ask, where is my solid platinum case back? And the answer is with the accessory set for this watch, as Patek gives you the full platinum case back if you wish to have the full heft and full value of your watch on the wrist. And at your discretion, you can have the sapphire case back fitted so you can see the movement. So you either get a full field of vision or full platinum. Your choice. Patek gives you both with the 5140P-017. See this perpetual calendar, which need not be reset or corrected till the year 2100, and make it yours on the watch box.